Saturday, Saturday. Do what you want on Saturday. Watch cartoons, ride your bike, eat whatever the heck you like. Oh, yeah, we live for Saturday. Hey, welcome to Back of the Cereal Box Back Issue Breakfast Club. We want to thank our Cereal Box super friends. You too can have your name in lights at patreon.com/Cereal Box Podcast. Welcome to Back Issue Breakfast Club. On Back Issue Breakfast Club, we review comics, trade paperbacks, and graphic novels from yesteryear, sometimes from the distant past, sometimes from the recent past, to introduce you to something brand new that either you've never read or you read and you forgot. And so you're being reintroduced to one of your old favorites. And on this episode, I am reviewing The Mercenary Sea by Kel Simons and Matthew Reynolds. And we are going to do that right after we acknowledge our partner, Comic Books for Kids.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
That's pretty awesome. Check them out and check out the Multiverse fundraiser coming up in just a few weeks that benefits Comic Books for Kids. Now, let's talk about comic books, because when I was a kid, Saturday mornings meant cartoons, big bowls of cereal, and by the way, I'm eating this week, I'm trying out Kellogg's Frosted brand. This is brand new, popped up on shelves this week. I'll be doing a taste test later this week. But cartoons, cereal, comic books, and Godzilla movies. That was my Saturday. And so a big part of this show is covering comics that you've forgotten about or never heard about. And this episode is The Mercenary Sea. Now, this came out maybe 10 years ago. And it's been on my radar for a long, long time. As a matter of fact, it came out when I was doing that other Geeky Tales show. And I picked it as a pick of a week, the first issue, by Image. And the director gave me hell. Why would you pick something like that as the pick of the week? Because it looked cool. It's set in 1938 in the South Seas. Japan has invaded China. War in Europe is imminent. The world hasn't been entirely mapped yet, and adventure is just over the horizon. How could you resist that? Ex-bootlegger Jack Harper, captain of the Venture, a retired World War I German U-boat with a crew of expats, mercenaries, and fortune hunters, and they do whatever it takes to stay afloat, running up against pirates, headhunters, and other enemies. Meanwhile, Jack dreams of landing the greatest score of his life, finding the legendary lost island of Koji Ra, home to fantastic beasts and an even more fantastic treasure. This collects issues 1 through 6. And this is like, the best way to describe it is Johnny Quest meets Danger Island meets Tales of the Gold Monkey. And it's written by Kel Simons, who does a great job, great story, a lot of great character interaction, a lot of diverse characters, a lot of relatable characters, likable characters. The art is by Matthew Reynolds, and the art is really the star of the show on this. Matthew Reynolds uses a technique called negative space. And I'm going to look for a really good example of that. Yeah. So his artwork is using the negative space. He doesn't use lines, he just uses shadows and colors and the negative space to create the art. It's beautiful. It has a real animation feel to it. This was way ahead of its time. 10 years ago, nobody was doing this kind of artwork except maybe Frank Miller in Sin City. He was using negative space, but not a lot of other, I mean, just gorgeous work. Just fantastic artwork. Look at that. And I mentioned Johnny Quest. There is even a cameo of Race Bannon and Dr. Quest at the cantina at Cardinal Point. Really, I sat down and I read this in one sitting. It took me about an hour and a half. It reads like a movie. And one of the reasons that it's going to take you a little bit longer is because you're going to want to really dive into some of this artwork and just really, really soak it in. Now, the big twist, there's a big twist that I should have seen coming. And when you read it, you're going to say, I should have seen that coming too, but you're not going to see it. And it makes perfect sense. And at the same time, you're like, what? Why would that happen? Really, this had Jack Harper has a little bit of Han Solo in him too. So, really, really good stuff. If you're a fan of diesel punk, World War II, and high adventure, pulp adventure, and beautiful, gorgeous painterly artwork, you're gonna love the Mercenary Sea. This was published by Image Comics. You can get it at finer stores, bookstores. Barnes and Noble carries this. You can also get it from a friend of ours at instocktrades.com. They are not a sponsor, but they should be. And if you order from instocktrades.com, tell them Johnny and Back of the Cereal Box sent you, and that would be fantastic. The Mercenary Sea, out of 5 bowls of cereal, I'd give this one 5 bowls and a spoon. It's that darn good. Check it out for yourself. And don't forget, if you like this show, share it, post a comment, let us know that you like it so that we know to continue to do more of these Patreon exclusives just for you. And you can go back and watch past episodes of Back Issue Breakfast Club without being a patron member on YouTube. So all new episodes are Patreon exclusives, but past episodes are available on YouTube and wherever you watch videos, even on Facebook. But YouTube, there's a playlist. So check it out there. Anyway, share our show. Tell 200-300 of your closest friends and family to come share the fun. And if you're not donating, if you're a free member of Patreon, consider that this video is worth $1 or $2 a month, less than the cost of a Coca-Cola at the gas station. This costs $2, $2.22. You can sponsor our shows for less than that. And we don't deserve it, but we appreciate it a heck of a lot. And it really helps us create more great content just for you. That's it for this show. Short review. And we're going to take you out with this awesome music video. It exemplifies our philosophy about the Cereal Box Network. This is from DL Memphis and the Murdering Crows. We'll catch you on the flip side.
It's like coffee